Okay, there we go.
Hey, it's two gorgeous gals, Missy and Cricket.
Hey.
It's part 2 of the Claire abilities.
Yes.
Okay, now your turn.
Okay. So we're going to talk about clairognoscence. Claircognizance. I don't have my glasses on still, but be patient. So it's clear knowing. So at times where you thought, I don't know, for some reason you just knew to take a different street, or somebody was coming and you just knew it was bad news. So what we have here is someone has information or knowledge of something that he or she does not actually know. The thoughts come out of nowhere, pop into one's mind, and give information about something that might happen in the future, or a situation, or a situation might have a right or wrong message. So, of course, that like a lot of people know about that. How did you know that, there was going to be a wreck on that corner? I don't know. I just knew.
Yeah, like, ooh, I had a bad feeling about getting on that plane, or, going into work today, and they didn't go, and like, thank God, because there was a wreck or whatever.
Yeah, it just, so I always think when it's your time, it's your time. Like, it doesn't, but I know some people are like afraid of flying, and you have those fears that come in. And so how do you know if it's actually claircognizance, or if it's just your fear coming in? Because that's something else. And as you're doing your awakening, you come to realize that sometimes your fear can act like your intuition, can act like your knowing, but there's just something off or different about it. For me, for me, my right hand side is my spiritual side, and my left hand side is my ego side. So if it's coming from my right side, and that's just years of experience or recognition, because everyone, again, will still be having a different experience, and what works for them and what doesn't work for them. So for me in particular, it's my right and left side. Or you've heard people say where your left ear will ring, and there's that meaning, or your right ear will ring. For me, it's spirit and ego. So I mean, we all have it. It's just kind of like, the mom that just goes and checks the baby just because you just feel like you have to. You could do it 100 times and there won't be anything, but that maybe that one time, and you just knew to do that.
Well, and I've heard people say too, and the more I pay attention to it in my life, I've recognized, like, if it's my anxiety, you have all that anxiety behind it and that fear behind it.
Yeah.
But when it is a Claire thing, that anxiety's not there. It's just like, I just know. It's not like, oh shoot, I gotta do this or don't do this. It's
right.
Just a don't do that. It's a calm, no fear behind it thing.
Yeah. Right. It might be an immediate thing, but it's just something you need you need to do, versus oh my gosh.
Should I, maybe. It's a just,
you just
I need
know
to do this.
It.
Yeah. This can come in a lot of different forms too.
It can. I'm just thinking of all the ways that it has happened for me. And can it produce physical experiences though?
Yeah, but that's a different
kind of, and that's the clairsentience, right?
Yeah,
the
and
feeling.
A lot of, we all have all of them.
Yeah.
But a lot of people that are strong in the claircognizance are also strong in the clairsentience.
Gotcha. The knowing and the feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you work with it, even the clear knowing, as you work with it, then you develop techniques to know whether it is actual or whether it isn't actual. Some examples.
Well, but like with people too, like when you meet somebody and it's just like, that's not somebody. There's no reason to think that, but it's like, I don't like their vibe or whatever, but something's telling me that person's not for me.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Or walking into a situation even.
Yeah.
you know,
Or
maybe
place.
get that feeling of, well, that's where you're, you get, it's, now we're going to do clairsentience, which is clear feeling, but again, it's like, they go hand in hand because, you know, you have this feeling and you just know that it's not a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now we're going to do these together. We're going to do clairsentience and this one calls it clairempathy together. Because they're very, very similar, but different. The clairsentience is the clair feeling. And that is the physical upset stomach, tightness in the chest, any actual physical symptom. But it goes along with a lot the clairempathy, which is the empathy part of it. Like, it can be physical, but it's more the emotional. Like, I can tell when you're having a bad day before you even say anything. I can feel that energy on you.
Right.
So it's more the emotional feeling, whereas sentience is the physical feeling.
Right. But then you list the feeling as well, is, let's see, includes an individual feeling the physical and emotional pain of land where atrocities have happened, jealousy, insecure, fears, displeasure in others, as well as physical pain, or others' physical pain.
You know, I've talked to a lot of people that, I'm Southern, y'all. It's up in the north, one of the original 13 states. It was a big battle, and there's a monument there, and it's a big tourist thing, like a Civil War big battle happened there. If I heard it, I could tell you, but I can't think of it. So sorry. Failed history and geography. My bad. But I've met different people throughout my life that have visited there.
Okay.
And every single one of them said, like, as soon as they crossed, it's got like an iron kind of fence around it.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as they crossed over that fence, it was like the air felt so heavy.
Yeah.
And these aren't spiritual. Look, I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
These aren't spiritual people at all. It's
Right.
like that place is so sad.
Yeah.
And felt so heavy.
Yeah.
And that's, well, which one would that be?
Actually,
'Cause
I think
that's
it's
kinda
both,
both.
because if you're in the physical area where I'm sure there was a lot of emotion built up in there, you know, residual.
Mm-hmm.
So people will talk about residual hauntings or just residual energy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that would be a big place for that kind of thing.
Yeah. I just feel bad I can't think of the name of it.
Is it Arlington Cemetery?
No, it's the
Is it?
battlefield.
Oh, where it actually took.
It's a big, I can see, it's a big giant field with a big monument kind of in the middle of it. I
Well,
can't see
one
it,
of
but-
our lovely viewers clue us in.
Yeah, where's that at?
We appreciate you guys. But yeah, so again, if you want us to answer any questions or contact us in some way, and let us know. We want feedback always. Hit that like and share button. Follow us so we can get going with this thing. Okay, so sorry about that. I had to put that little plug in
No,
there.
plug it.
So yeah, so that's where we're talking, because they're very similar. Now you can also, like, in one instance I heard a story where someone was walking in the grocery store and they passed by someone, and this could go with the telepathy as well, and heard a word in their head and just knew that it was that person or whatever that person was feeling at the moment, or whatever emotion they were feeling at the moment. Kind of a funny, it was vodka. So I don't know, the vodka at the grocery store is probably not a bad thing right now. We had that little trip this morning to the grocery store. Feel violated. But that's beside the point. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, like, so in the clear empathy though, someone who is physiologically, psychologically, you'll have to say that because I can't quite read that.
This is not even a real word,
Okay.
but I think they mean physically experiencing, physically experiencing the thoughts or attitudes of a person, place, or animal.
Oh,
and then feels that associated mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual result.
okay.
Now, I have a story for this one.
Okay.
I
but
have it, but there's a trigger warning.
warning. Not all life is beautiful sometimes.
Right, because someone lost a child. So I'm at the grocery store with my kids. They're little. I got all three of my kids, and we're going through the produce section, and I get this overwhelming, where's the baby?
Aw.
You know, like when they're playing, you don't know they're playing hide and seek, but you can't find your kid. That's happened to every parent.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm freaking out. Where's the baby? I turn around. My little baby son is in the basket. My girls, I've got all my babies. But I'm shaking. And where's the baby? Where's the baby? Where's the baby? The girls, they're this tall. They're kind of huddled around me, trying to block me from people, you know, until I'm able to calm down. We get out of the store. I go home. Like 10 minutes after I get home, my sister calls me. She just got back from the doctor. She had lost her child.
Oh.
So it can be anything from that strong, because that was I couldn't move. I was overwhelmed.
Wow, yeah.
To my daughter bringing a boy home, and I'd be like, he ain't the one. Nope,
Yeah.
nope, run. Because I can feel his negative.
Yeah. Well,
So
yeah.
there's a giant range of
Yeah.
what can happen with that.
I think anybody who's experienced, you know, whether it's a child or a nephew or niece or something, that feeling of dread when, you know, they bring somebody home, you're like, oh, yeah, that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's just such a wide range of emotions or physical or those kind of things that are associated with those.
When they got the medical ones that can tell where you're sick, and they can, like, you've been to all the doctors and
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
knows what's wrong, and you go to I don't know what they're called.
Metaphysical.
There's a name for it that I
Yeah.
can't think of. But they can tell
Yeah.
what's wrong in you.
Like a holistic medicine.
Well, they're like healers. They're
Well, yeah.
because they feel in your body and can diagnose you because they feel.
I get it. No, I get
If
it.
y'all know.
Again, please let us know what
Right.
you think or how you're feeling about it.
But I always thought that was super cool.
Yeah.
And for your animals.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. There's people that can actually connect with an animal and find out how. I'd love to do that. Or if you guys know anybody locally, I have a dog that needs some work.
Right. I think my son can do that.
Oh, well, maybe we'll have to give him a jingle.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, give us some feedback. We would love to hear some feedback from you.
If y'all have stories to share, we'd love to hear them.
Absolutely. So again, we'll be doing this in this format until we get live. So please follow. We've gotten a lot of views. I appreciate it. Over 1,800 views on our page, which thank you. Again, we'd love the feedback to see what we need to do differently, what we can do differently. If we're doing things the way that you think, let us know. Because again, we're new at this.
Yeah, and share, because that's how we get
Yes.
more followers.
Yes, share. You can find us on 3 platforms.
Well, not yet.
Almost.
Right now, just Facebook. But we are working on getting a YouTube and a TikTok.
Yeah.
And we'll
Exactly.
let you know when we have those going.
Yeah. So keep us posted for Wednesday from 6 to 8. Well, when we go live. But for now, we're just going to be posting videos and I want some feedback. And then you also give us topics that you want us to go over. And we'll talk about it next time.
Help!
And yes, we love you guys. We appreciate you. We're all on this journey together. It can be rough and tumble, but we do have those moments of joy. And so, yeah, take care, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.